through fire and ash. The flames had done their work. The enemy was broken, trapped, surrounded by walls of fire with no way out. Soldiers dropped their swords. Some fell to their knees, hands raised. Others wept, crawling toward the edge of the field, trying to escape a death they could no longer fight. And still they burned. On the battlements, Lord Jovan stood tall, untouched by smoke or pity. His cloak fluttered in the wind, his eyes locked on the chaos below. "Archers," he said, cold and steady, "finish it." No mercy. The archers hesitated. Some looked to the king. The king rose from his place above the gates, his voice low but commanding. "They are surrendering, Jovan. That is enough." Jovan did not turn. "They will fight again if they live." He lifted a single hand, and the arrows flew. The air filled with the whip of bowstrings and the scream of steel slicing air. Dozens, then hundreds of arrows rained down into the pit of flame. Men who had surrendered, who were begging, fell. The enemy commander, eyes wide in disbelief, took 3 arrows to the chest. His body collapsed, consumed by fire. Lady Marlene stood atop the cathedral steps, her hand over her mouth, eyes flooded with tears. "Stop," she cried. "Please, they are defenseless." Her voice echoed through the smoke. Jovan didn't blink. Then came the crack of bone. King Francis punched Jovan across the face. The entire wall fell silent. "I said stop," the king roared, his voice louder than the bells, louder than the fire, louder than the war. The archers froze, strings half drawn. Jovan stood, stunned, rubbing the side of his jaw. Blood ran from his lip. He stared at the king not with rage, but with cold detachment. He said nothing. He simply turned and walked away. The battlefield below was now a field of ash. The outer walls, cracked and blackened, stood over scorched ground. Bodies still moved in the fire, some crawling, others collapsing. The smell was unbearable. The screams even worse. Sir Prince turned away. Even he could not look any more. King Francis stared down at the inferno, tears hidden in his beard. "Oh, Lord," he whispered. Beside him, Lady Marlene sank to her knees. "This is inhumane," she sobbed. "It is not war. It is a slaughter." One of the generals behind them, armor scorched, shook his head slowly. "This is madness." The sun set behind them, but the light remained unnatural and green, crackling alive. Victory had come. But at what cost?